On February 2025, Basie Park once again hosted one of the most exciting road races on the UK circuit, Podium Under the Lights. With 1,000 pounds on the line for the winner and a rich history of course records and breakout performances, the stakes couldn't have been higher. Fresh off her English national cross-country title just 5 days earlier, Jess Gibbon lined up alongside strong contenders like Lucy Jones and India Weir, all chasing fast times and big rewards.
£1,000 up for grabs for that winner. Two-time national champion Jess Gibbon is amongst the start list today. What can she do in the span of 5 days? Can she win the English national and then win here in Basie Park? So off they go, these elite women. That course record, Reveille, Walcott, Nolan, it still stands. Taryn Rawlings, despite coming here, the American, and conquering Basie Park last year, wasn't able to break that 15:48 mark. Just 6 seconds or so slower, wasn't she, with that 15:55. But now, good strong running from these women off the bat. Always good to see another name in there. Londoner Lucy Jones to look out for, fourth at the National Cross Country. It was treacherous conditions. How much is that mud and hills just lingering in these athletes' legs as we go to that famous bandstand through the archway. A couple races up ahead throughout the evening tonight as well. Some of those sub-elite men are off. The elite men will be off in about 20 minutes or so's time. But as expected, in a pack early on. Always the case, especially at this stage in Basie Park. But this is where, slight downhill after the bandstand, and this is where things just start to separate up a little bit. And we'll keep an eye on some of those athletes leading the way. Beautiful conditions. So often, it was the same last year, the same the year before. And so often do we have some amazing conditions here in the park. Still temperatures, yes, it's a little bit nippy, but they won't mind that. Almost perfect 5,000 metre running. So Gibbon, perhaps with the weight on her shoulders as the newly crowned English champion for cross country, leads the way. Everyone else to key off of her. Kind of what you'd expect. The level and the calibre of this woman. She's one of the few in the field to have broken that 16-minute mark. And Lucy Jones, another athlete who has also broken that mark, 15:44, her lifetime best, and you could argue a little better suited to the roads, Jones. So we're going to have a good battle between those two. India Weir is in there somewhere as well. The Thames Valley Harrier also has some fine credentials. So that first left-hand turn, these elite women, they carve their way through Basie Park. One of the few turns that they'll have to negotiate just 2 a lap. Believe it or not, it's what makes it so fast. Back down here in 2025. So Gibbon, another athlete, Meg Gatsby, of course, won that Liverpool trial in the under-23 category emphatically in November. Hasn't quite, for me, been able to replicate that form. Yes, she did win the Southern Cross Country Championships, but a couple subpar performances since then. She'll be looking to rekindle a little bit of that shape that saw her win that Liverpool title. So just getting the measure on this field, the fact that they're still all so close and together at this stage would maybe indicate Julia Hodder's in there, rocking those Belgrave colours. And it would indicate perhaps a fairly modest start for these women. Don't forget, this is Adidas and Sports Shoes event. Those Pro 4s on offer. These women looking very, very smooth. So Meg Gatsby for the first time, just starting to push things along up at the front. Jess Gibbon just looking to settle in as they negotiate the very finest that Basie Park has to offer. Very, very busy one tonight. Busy with fast times, we hope, as well. So these elite women doing a fantastic job at negotiating the park. Meg Gatsby just stretching things out. Up ahead at the moment, there is a Russian in here, Dina Alexandrova as well. She's two-time national champion, 2:29 marathon runner at her very best. And has been in that form recently. That 5K PB though dates back 1646, all the way back in 2013, so a good while ago. And be interested to see if she can get back to that sort of form, especially over 5,000 meters. So then these women, India Weir on the shoulder, 3:42, wearing bib 3:42. Meg Gatsby just leading the way. Still there, Jess Gibbon just falling a little bit further behind. She's found herself in the pack, but she's right on that inside. She's right on the curb, you could call it. That inside lane here in the park, and that potentially not a bad thing, especially the way they're moving through the crowd and everyone out here running, enjoying this famous park. A lot of Ks get totaled. So these women, first signs of a little bit of fatigue perhaps creeping in, and next time we come back around here on the back stretch, that'll be 4K reached. So another mark to look out for Lucy Jones. That's low 32-minute clocking over 10K, and Jess Gibbon the same, both in that sort of ballpark. Both for me looking to kind of make that step up, especially over the 5K. Very, very credible athletes, but it's what they can do on the track. Gibbon has had, a few injuries over the last couple years, but when she's hot, boy, can she perform, and she has established herself as one of the best cross-country runners in the nation, time and time again. And the national, well, what a fine display that was. This could be a 5K where we sing her praise from gun to tape, or it could be something different if these ladies have anything to do about it. So Gatsby's still leading the way, looking very comfortable up front. She seems to be the one looking to force things. I say force things, probably a bad use of word because it's fairly modest, but just starting to whittle down this field at this stage. Another few athletes in there to look out for. Nadine Donegan, Alex Eckelbosch is in that lead group now. A name not many of you might have heard before, but third in the London Marathon in the English Championships in the London Marathon last year, 2:36. She's a 16:18 performer at her best, and has been training very well under the guidance of Niall Holt. There's a lot of laps of Iffley Road on a Wednesday night, so a different venue for her today. So the sponsors will be happy, Chris Barnes and co, as we see a bunch of Adidas singlets up front in this race. Eckelbosch, Jones, Gatsby's in there as well, India Weir, and surprisingly, Jess Gibbon just a little further back. It's a tricky one, isn't it, when you peak for the national, which no doubt she did. The way that she just dominated, stole a march early on in the national, quite a contrast tonight. She's having to hang on to this fast group of women. Potentially hasn't quite got the leg turnover that you would need to really live with this pace. So we're going to start to get an indication of how they're moving and what sort of time they're going for, especially the next time we come around. But it is still Gatsby and Jones, both of these two training out of this area. Especially Jones does a lot of laps, in touch with Luke Gunn as well, advising her, and she is one to look out for over the next couple of years. I always think Podium Under the Lights 5K has always been a platform for athletes. Time and time again. You look at the names that have come through here: Reve Walcott-Nolan, Taryn Rawlings, Holly Archer won it a few years ago as well. And that's what big cash does. Big prize money is £1,000 for these women, and 300 for second, 200 for third out there. So we're just starting to see some separation. Dean Donegan, Alex Eckelbosch just starting to come off the back here. So it's still Meg Gatsby. A lot of support out on the course for her. She come past the bandstand, less than a lap to run for these women. This is the business end of the 5K. Jess Gibbon still a little bit further back. She sits in about 6th or 7th place at the moment. And this is what it's about. You've got to be able to battle. You've got to be able to dig deep at this stage. This is where the PBs are made. Podium Under the Lights now a permanent fixture for a lot of these athletes. It's blocked out in the calendar early on in that winter season. They prepare meticulously for it. They know they're going to have a crack at a lifetime best at the back end of February, year in, year out. So here we go then, Gatsby and Jones. Perhaps on paper you would have predicted this. You would have thrown Gibbon in there. However, Jones looking to bounce back after the National Cross Country Championships. A lot better than the likes of Gibbon. So these two just starting to drift away. India Weir hanging in there. It's a 1, 2, 3. It's Herne Hill, City of Norwich, and Thames Valley Harriers. We're going to be approaching that, well, through pretty much that 3 kilometre mark. It's just after this left-hand turn. And this is where the moves are made. This is where the race is on. It's what we've come for, ladies and gentlemen. The Lucy Jones just starting to squeeze. Starting to put the pressure on Gatsby, who had been leading for quite a lot of this race. Found herself up front. Looked comfortable for a lot of it as well. And no doubt she's got a little bit more in the tank to be able to battle with these women. So just feeding off that lead bike as well, letting it drag you with you. Jacob Kiplimo-esque at this stage. So both of them, interestingly enough, have had a very strong cross-country season, evenly matched. Jones, the London champion. Gatsby, the Southern champion, and the winner of the under-23 trial at Liverpool, as I mentioned before. But Jones, boy, to think 5 days ago she was running up and down the hills of Hampstead Heath through mud which was 2 foot deep. Quite the contrast here tonight as she steals 5-10 meters on Gatsby in second. When you visualize a race the night before, she would have pictured this. She would have wanted it to play out just like this. The work is not done yet though. These women are going to have to respond. And if this was a track race, you certainly wouldn't be putting your money anywhere just yet. You'd be holding fire. But Jones knows this park like the back of her hand. Every little rise and bump as she cruises round by the Astro for that final time. We're approaching the 4K marker, ladies and gentlemen. Looking very, very smooth so far. And the way, as I say, she bounced off that National Cross Country, the champion on that day. A little bit further back, Jess Gibbon at the moment hasn't quite responded as well. And Jones is one of those athletes who can or does just seem to be able to do it all, and they're rare to come by. She soaks up so many different styles of racing. Always happy to put on that club vest. She's old school in that sense. So as we check a little bit further back, still Meg Gatsby is second, sticking to her task. In the same way Jones has managed to pull clear, she's beginning to test India Weir and just asking the question of her, can she hang on for second? That'll be the difference of £100. But Lucy Jones, this is where the doubts start to creep in. Have you gone too early? What have you got left? It's you against you at this stage in the race. It's something that she would have been able to contend with very, very well on the weekend. You had to be mentally tough on Saturday. And Jones is displaying that here tonight on the quiet far side. We're about to come round. We're through 4K, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to come round and approach that final left-hand turn past the Pear Tree Cafe, which one of the unique experiences of this race, it's a free tab for all involved. Free pizza, free beer, as long as you have a race number. It's quite special. Name your race on the circuit that offers that, as well as dishing out free shoes and kit for athletes out there on the course as well. So this is interesting. Still Lucy Jones leading the way. However, 10 meters or so back, these women are not done yet. They are still battling. They're working together, the pair of them. We're getting ready for the grand finale out here. In recent years, Walcott Nolan has stolen a march and won quite convincingly. Taryn Rawlings last year came here and did the same. Both of those two were sub 16 minutes when they stole the win here at Basie Park. Can Lucy Jones do the same? She's done it the hard way. Approaching that 3K marker, she started to pull clear. But oh my word, here comes Weir. And she is really starting to ramp it up. She's got that momentum on her side as well. The 5K, all about measuring that red line. What can you do? How long can you just hold it? We're getting ready for a sprint finish. Extremely smooth is Weir, the Thames Valley Harrier. Has done a great few races recently. That 73-minute half marathon, very, very familiar on the roads, perhaps more so than Jones. Meg Gatsby battling hard in third. This will be a good, honest run for her, especially as she set that early pace. So it's Jones and Weir, ladies and gentlemen, coming into the final 266 meters of this track. It wasn't always like this. They weren't always together. Jones stole the march. Weir's got the momentum. It's Thames Valley v Herne Hill out here, and it's going to come down to who's got the wheelhouse, who wants it more. It's £700 prize difference, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to be Weir who's starting to just storm clear, and Jones is doing a fantastic job sticking at the task. Will they both be rewarded with a lifetime best? And we're watching the 2025 Podium Under the Lights. Once again, Chris Barnes, Ben Node and the team delivering a fine performance, just like India Weir. And she's come here, a name for the future, and she's conquered Basie Park and done it in fine fashion. Weir for the win. Jones in second, and Meg Gatsby's going to take third. The City of Norwich athlete.
What a battle under the lights. If you love thrilling races, dramatic finishes, and the stories behind the athletes, make sure to subscribe and join us on the road to the World Championships. Don't miss the next video, because the season is just heating up.